Hey everyone, it's Taylor Knight at Straight Arrow News. Today I'm interviewing with certified meteorologist Sven Sundgaard. He's going to break down what's going on in the Midwest with severe thunderstorms and derechos. But first, let's start off with what are derechos?
So derechos literally come from a Spanish word. Derecho means straight lined. So when we refer to straight line winds, we're talking about derechos. And the upper Midwest gets more of these than any other place on the planet. So it's a unique part of the world for this type of storm.
So what kind of damage do they do? Are they similar to thunderstorms or to hurricanes? What can we expect with the derecho?
So derecho is a type of thunderstorm. Generally, the severe type of thunderstorms we see in the U.S. And especially the upper Midwest are either supercellular thunderstorms, which are individual cells. They are our number one tornado producer and produce the biggest tornadoes. Derechos can start as supercells, which is what happened last night, actually, across parts of Wisconsin. Individual cells that were supercellular, and then they merge and form a line, and they start to produce what we call a bow echo. It literally looks like think of a bow and arrow, where it's one long line of wind, and those winds can get pretty gusty. Hurricane force, definitely over 74 miles an hour is what qualifies as a hurricane. And they're actually more damaging than a tornadic storm, because a tornado, you think of it, is sort of hit and miss, has a narrow path, maybe sometimes it's a little wider, but a derecho can be over dozens of miles and can last for hours. So these storms we saw last night, for example, lasted much of the night, starting in northwestern Wisconsin, swept across the whole state, all the way past Chicago. Of course, when these things hit cities, they make big news. Chicago, obviously being the third largest city in the country, but it affects people in several ways. It's not just trees down, but when you hit a dense urban area, all those trees down cause problems because it's blocking roads, it's falling on power lines. So there's power outages. So there's a lot more impacts. But, last summer, people might remember we had a big derecho event that went across Iowa. Obviously not as many big cities, but it destroyed so many farm fields that it became a big economic impact. But it didn't kill people, but it had a huge impact on the economy.
How can people prepare for this? Because you said all those damages that happened in Iowa last year. How does someone prepare for a derecho?
Yeah, it's tough. It's similar to what happens in a tornado. You want to get in the lowest level of your home or building, away from windows, because these are hurricane force winds oftentimes. Now, it doesn't last as long as a hurricane. Usually we're talking anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, these worst wind gusts. Yeah. And then it just pours rain for a while. So when we try to figure out, was it a tornado or straight line winds that did this? One of the best ways is to look from the air. Tornadic damage is all over the place, and you can tell that stuff was just moving in all directions. But partly why we call them derechos or straight line is because the damage is all in one straight line. The trees all go down a certain way. The corn all lies a certain way. So yeah, it's similar ways to prepare for that. And one of the problems with these is they do often occur at night. If they're talking about the possibility of these storms, you want to stay alert. You don't have to stay up all night, but maybe keep the sound on your phone or have some way to get alerts so that you can get yourself or your family safely to a safe spot in your home. And one of the things I want to say, there is a lot more warning time, hours in advance on these things. So the Weather Service, the Storm Prediction Center yesterday was talking about this possibility all day yesterday. So nobody should have been completely surprised.
Would you say this is in the Midwest area typically that these storms take place?
They can happen in the East, but the upper Midwest, we see more of these than any other part of the world. So yeah, Minnesota, Iowa, the Dakotas, Wisconsin, Illinois, even towards Michigan, Missouri, all that upper Midwest region, we do see a lot more of these than other places.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing the information with us today, for talking with us today, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. You too.